And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. Alrighty, today is a big old Friday, end of the work week, so let's have a good show today. We got playoff basketball. We got two pivotal potential series ending game sixes tonight. Clippers. Who do they face? Clippers. Clippers. Hang on. Clippers. Why am I blanking on that? That's not good. Clippers. What do we got? We got Clippers, Jazz. That's what they're just so nothing great about them. They're not memorable. They're very unforgettable. So we got that Clippers, Jazz, and then we got the Hawks and the 76ers. Potential for some game sevens, folks. We just had the playoffs yesterday. Nets, Bucks game 6, and that's the game 7. So we could be potentially looking at 3 game sevens in the second round, which is, that's what you want, right? Game 7s, there's nothing better than a do or die, one and done, win and in game 7. So we already got one in the second round, and we'll see what happens tonight. So we'll break down the NBA playoff game from last night, Bucks, Nets, and then we'll preview the 2 playoff games on today, Clippers, Jazz, and 76ers, Hawks, and we'll do our moneymaker for that. And then, like we said, we are continuing on judging Aaron Rodgers every single playoff game. So we got the wild card in 2012 because he went one and done in 2011 after 15-1. Womp, womp. So we got the wild card game against the Vikings, and once again, folks, I mean, they're going to win the game, but the man's going against Joe Webb, folks. I'll let y'all have the next 45 minutes to an hour to go and try to rack your brain to figure out who the hell Joe Webb is, but we'll break all that down as well and see if that man deserves credit for that playoff win against Joe Webb in the Vikings. Alrighty, so that's all we got today on the show, so let's just jump right into it with the stories of the day. And the first one, I mean, we've just plain forgot to talk about this one yesterday. So here we go, let's start with this one. The Madden 22 cover was unveiled yesterday. And now remember, we saw the clue at the beginning of the week on Monday where 2 young goats coming out of a barn, and then we had the running back. I'm blanking on everything today. This is not a good start to the show, but we had the running back that was on the Madden cover. I'm not going to remember that man's name who hurdled over somebody, who hurdled over like 2 players during his 2011 season. I can't even remember what cover he was on. This is not a good start to the show, but we'll try to start remembering. But yeah, so they had 2 young goats coming out of the barn and a running back kind of, in the teaser trailer as well. But who did they choose as the cover athletes? Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes? Really? We've already gotten them. Patrick Mahomes was on 2 years ago. Brady was on 3-4 years ago. It's like, we already got them. And now they're together? 2 young goats? Tom Brady's the oldest player in the NFL, folks. What are we doing out there? Obviously, he's a goat, but you put 2 young goats out of a barn. Now, if you had a full-size goat and a young goat, it would make sense. But you put 2 young goats in that barn, coming out the barn. Patrick Mahomes is a young goat, yeah. But Tom Brady, young goat? All right. But those are the 2 cover athletes. Tired cover here. We've seen it. It's been done. And it's real just basic. I mean, they're just sitting and looking down at us like they're better than us. You think you're better than us, Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady? You think you're better than me? Looking down at me at this cover? So real basic cover, nothing great, something that we've seen before, and we're just real disappointed. Why have the running back announce the kind of cover if there's no running backs on the cover? There's only been 2 running backs on the cover in Madden history. And now we're going back to quarterbacks that we've already seen on the cover? So, real disappointed here. Really wanted to see Derrick Henry, man. Really wanted to see this man. Y'all don't understand how great this man is. But if we go into the comments, we did get a nice mock-up. We got a nice mock-up of Derrick Henry on the cover, and this is what the cover should have been, folks. Derrick Henry. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pictures, but then the main picture all in color, and then the drawn-on crown. Yes, sir. King Henry, folks. So, this should have been the cover right here. This is it. This is the best cover here. Not Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes staring down at me like I did something wrong and they're disappointed. Like two disappointed parents looking down on the child. So, don't like the cover. We've seen it before. I get it. Tom Brady, he is the greatest of all time. We know this. Yes, Patrick Mahomes, he will potentially be greatest of all time. He has the opportunity to do so. But you know, we've seen him before, folks. We haven't seen a running back on the cover in years. And Derrick Henry is getting truly disrespected out here. So, that's the Madden cover. Once again, a little unfortunate. We even got this Derrick Henry cover, which isn't that great, but it's good. It's Derrick Henry. And is this Chris Johnson over here as well for the two GOATs? But yeah, this one's not as good as the other Derrick Henry one. But, yeah, just super disappointed that they went with two quarterbacks again. Quarterbacks that we've already seen, and you bring out young GOATs. It's like that teaser really meant nothing. It honestly meant nothing. So we were off. Our official prediction was Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook, two potential young running back GOATs, and that doesn't even happen. So we missed the mark on that one. We read the clues. The clues had nothing to do with the cover. One young GOAT, that was the only clue. One young GOAT, and that's Patrick Mahomes. But, yeah, so that's where we're at with the Madden cover. Truly disappointing. Truly disappointing out here. But at least we'll get to see Derrick Henry next year on the Madden cover because he will, folks, I'm telling you, he will break the rushing record this year. 2,100 yards he has to beat. He put up 2,000 yards last season. So he will break the single season rushing record today, or this. Geez, I'm sorry, folks. It's not that great of a start of a show, but yeah, Derrick Henry next season, this season coming up, will break the single season rushing record, and then they'll have to. They have no choice to put that man on the cover. So he's gonna get on the cover. It's just unfortunately not this season. Alrighty, let's keep moving on here. Going over back to the Bears, and Justin Fields says that Andy Dalton has, quote, completely taken me under his wing. Alrighty, that's good. It's not the best wing to be taken under. You know, it's if it's a bird wing, it's got a little rip in it, and rain is falling through the wing, getting the young bird a little wet out there. It's not the best protective wing, but it's a wing, so you're gonna go under it. So that's what Justin Fields is saying. We're going to get into this article in a second, but let's see what Andy Dalton is doing in his entire career, folks, because we just brought up the topic of Justin Herbert having one of the best statistical rookie seasons at the quarterback position that we've ever seen. So let's see what Andy Dalton was doing in his career, because he's not looking anywhere close to what Justin Herbert did. And Andy Dalton's been in the league. He's got 10 years under his belt. Justin Herbert came in year one and blew right by Andy Dalton. So this is why we can't have Andy Dalton as the Bears starter, and this is why, this wing that Andy Dalton is taking Justin Fields under, it's not the best wing out there, folks. So, like we said, the stats that we like to see, 62 to 65% completion percentage. We want to see you throw that 4,000 yards, and then we want to see you at least have 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. And, Andy Dalton, we're just going to read off these stats here. We'll start with the completion percentage up from his rookie season all the way up to last season with the Cowboys. I mean, we're at 58, 62, 61, 64, 66. So he had 1 year of 66% completion percentage, where Justin Herbert has one already, and he's only been in the league 1 year. We got 64, 59, 61, 59, 64 just last season. So real not that great here by Andy Dalton. Real mediocre, nothing great, and that's exactly what Andy Dalton is in his career. He's 74 wins and 66 losses and 2 ties. I mean, real just kind of average out here. And then for his passing yards, we got 2 2 4,000-yard seasons, 4,200 and 4,200. Justin Herbert having 4,300 his rookie season, folks. And then touchdown and interception ratio, truly not that great at all. Not even... Yeah, I mean, 20-13 year one. We had 27-16. That's not 2-1. We got 33-20. I mean, 33-20. Now we're talking about Jameis Winston, and that man got benched for that kind of, 30 for 30 season. This man's at 33-20. We got 19-17. This was his best season right here, folks. 25 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and that's 3-1, and that's fantastic. And that came with the 66% completion percentage, and that led them to a 10-3 season as he started only 13 games that year. So his best season right there, and then everything else really was just absolutely not great. We got 18-8. That's pretty good. That's a solid 2-1, but under 20 touchdowns, it's a little meaningless at that point. 25 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That's 2-1. We'll take it. 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 16 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. And then just last year, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So super underwhelming here by Andy Dalton in his entire career. There is no reason why you start him this season. So once again, we're not buying that Matt Nagy is going to put Andy Dalton out there as a starter. But let's go back to this article out here and see what Justin Fields is saying about Andy Dalton, because they seem to be getting along pretty well, even though they're both dueling and battling, and a previous starter in this league knowing that he's got to go out there and compete and training his replacement. We talked about Kirk Cousins training his replacement and taking him under his wing, their rookie quarterback. And then the Packers with Aaron Rodgers, he said last season, yeah, I'm going to take Trey Lance under my wing, and then he just flew the coop this season, and now, the little bird in Trey Lance has no wing to protect him, unfortunately. So let's see what Justin Fields is saying out here. So the Chicago Bears continue to stick with their pre-draft quarterback plan with Andy Dalton as a starter and first-round rookie Justin Fields waiting in the wings as a backup heading toward training camp. While much of Chicago might scoff at that plan, we do scoff at the plan as well. Fields is comfortable with the organizational blueprint. The young quarterback's only focus right now is improving each day. Quote, I mean, if I don't believe in it, then it's not going to work out. So my job is strictly to get better, be the best quarterback I can be, and, help my team win. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do, whether it's starting, whether it's sitting. I'm going to do whatever is the best that's going to help us win. So he's got the right attitude coming into it. He's not like, even if he was, he's not going to go out and say that, be like, oh, yeah, I'm clearly the starter out here, hands down, 100%. Andy Dalton? You think they're going to start Andy Dalton over me? They'd rather have no quarterback out there. They'd rather run the Wildcat the entire season, every single play, instead of having Andy Dalton out there as starting quarterback. So that's not what Justin Fields is ever going to say. So he's saying all the right things here to the media. You like to see that. All right, what else do we get here? Fields isn't fretting that he wasn't named the starter this early in the process. Quote, I feel like there's no reason not to embrace it. I think there's a lot of people who would want to be in my shoes right now, so I'm just grateful for the position that I'm in, and I'm just going to, again, take it day by day, be the best quarterback I could be. And he's absolutely right. I mean, absolutely. Anybody would want to be in Justin Fields' shoes right now. A potential starting quarterback for an NFL team? Yes, in an easy kind of competition to win. We just read Andy Dalton's career stats. I mean, I know I've never played quarterback in my life, but I think I could do a little bit better than Andy Dalton out there. So Justin Fields saying all the right things out here, and he's not fretting. He knows he's going to be able to get it done. We got a short little 3-second clip of what he just did yesterday in practice, and it was fantastic, and we'll look at that in a second. But the man is looking pretty solid so far, and it's not going to be that hard to beat out Andy Dalton. All right, let's keep going to this article right here. The rookie said he's grateful to learn under Dalton and Nick Foles. Ooh, I don't know if those are the best. Let's look at Nick Foles' stats, because he's floundered whenever he was in the regular season. He got it done in the postseason, but that was just kind of, next man up mentality, maybe kind of buying off the hype of everything Carson Wentz did and continuing that magic for only 3 games into the playoffs to win the Super Bowl. I mean, what do we got here by Nick Foles? What's his highest completion percentage? We got 65, but that was only in 4 games, folks. We got 64% just last season. He threw 64% last season. 10 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 1,800 yards, 2-5 record. Not great at all. 2019, he threw 65%, but once again, only 4 games. That's not that difficult to do, and he had 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Once again, garbage. So, I mean, these are definitely not the quarterbacks that you want to learn under. Truly nothing great out here. But, he's being the good teammate he is, and he kind of knows he's going to be the starter. He knows that the Bears want him to be the starter. He's hearing everything that Matt Nagy's saying, folks. And, if we can kind of figure it out that Matt Nagy is not 100% set on having Andy Dalton be the starter week 1, I'm sure Nick Foles is figuring that out as well. And I'm sure, his teammates kind of hyping him up and him seeing all the wide receivers being absolutely great out there with them, that he's kind of knows, hey, yeah, I'm going to win this starting job sooner rather than later out here. All right, so back to the article right here. The rookie said he's grateful to learn. I don't believe this, but he says it. The rookie said he's grateful to learn under Dalton and Nick Foles through minicamp and looking forward to similar aid in training camp next month. Fields added that Dalton has been a mentor throughout the process. Quote, yeah, I've learned a lot of things. He's talked to me a lot. I actually went to dinner with him and his wife. We had a lot there. We talked a lot there, kind of just his background, their story. Andy and Nick, they've been awesome, probably bigger than you guys would even know. Wow, pretty solid. Andy's completely taken me under his wing. Any questions I have for him, he's going to answer, even when I'm throwing. I think there was one day after OTAs, I was throwing extra after practice, and he stayed out there specifically just to see maybe what I was doing wrong, and he was just trying to help me out. He's been a huge help for sure. So that's great for Andy Dalton. Not, no vengeance out here, no vendetta, no, the Cowboys tossed me aside. Now I'm with the Bears and they promised me the starting position, but they drafted my replacement. Kind of Aaron Rodgers attitude. Hey, I'm the starter out here, but you're already drafting my replacement already this early? Damn, okay. I'm not going to show up next year, so... Love what Andy Dalton's doing out here. He doesn't have this big ego. I mean, he doesn't have the right to have the big ego anyway with those stats that we just read. But, he's out here mentoring Justin Fields, and we're hoping that Justin Fields can really just kind of hit the ground running and take this Bears team over the top. I mean, this Bears team is truly just a quarterback away, a competent quarterback away from being playoff contenders in this league. They've got a real solid defense. Matt Nagy, we're still buying into him as a solid kind of, offensive mind a little bit while also being a real solid head coach. So they're really just kind of missing the quarterback. Mitch Trubisky, Nick Foles. I mean, you're not winning with them, folks. Yes, Nick Foles won a ring, but once again, just kind of that magic, that magical season. People catch fire. Look at, the 2011 Giants, 9-7, barely getting into the playoffs and then beating Tom Brady, beating Aaron Rodgers. I mean, folks, you can catch magic in this game. It's not like that's kind of, fantasy. So Nick Foles kind of did the same thing. They're just kind of being a solid game manager, the Philly special, everything about that season, and then it culminates to a Super Bowl win for him. All right, we got one last thing here. Here we go. Fields noted that he understands Bears fans wanting to see him start right away, but the rookie is bidding his time. Quote, I mean, of course I feel the pressure. Great things don't happen all at once. I'm just going to be patient. Like I said earlier, I've been in a situation where I've had to learn behind a guy, so this is nothing new for me. I'm just going to take it day by day and get better each and every day. I'm going to trust Coach Nagy and the whole coaching staff here to develop me and make me the best quarterback I can be. And man, oh man, are they doing it already? Because I know it's only, one throw out here, but this is absolutely beautiful. Justin Fields throwing an absolute bomb. What do we got here? Can't really see the yard marker. I'd probably say 15, 20, 25, maybe 30 yards down the field, but probably 20 to 25 yards down the field, and he just gets it over that defense just enough, and then it falls right in the breadbasket of the wide receiver out there. Absolutely fantastic. So we got a corner right on this receiver, a linebacker trying to kind of, jump up and swat down the ball before it gets behind him, and Justin Fields puts it absolutely on the money right there, dropping it to pure perfection in the wide receiver's hands. So, I mean, great. That's what we love to see, folks. Getting it done early out there, and that's what Justin Fields is doing. So, truly expect that man to be the starter. Really, as soon as as soon as training camps happen next month, folks, we gotta expect him to play. Probably come preseason game 1 after he's out there for only the first quarter. Then we get the starting job. So Yeah, so Justin Fields is going to be the starter, folks. We'll bet on that. We'll bet the show on that. I've got no problem betting the show that Justin Fields will be the week 1 starter. Can we bet this yet? Let's go back to DraftKings. The last time we looked at it a little earlier in the week, we could not bet it, but can we bet it now? Here we go. 49ers, New Orleans Saints, and Patriots. Why? Give us the odds, Vegas. What, are you scared that we're going to make money and bankrupt all of Vegas? Because we'll do it, folks. We will put I will steal everybody's money, folks. I don't care. We're betting every single money, every single penny that we can scrounge together if it was available to bet that Justin Fields would be the week 1 starter. But, Vegas is out here being a little scaredy cats. Not put up the odds. Put up the odds. Let us bet. Damn it. I don't care about the Saints position. I don't care about the Patriots position. I don't care about the 49ers position. Give me the Bears odds. Damn it. So that's where we're at with Justin Fields. Dropping dimes in minicamp. Love it. All right, let's move on to another team here talking about the Steelers, and this time Dwayne Haskins. We're talking about Dwayne Haskins again with the Steelers. Slow news day, as y'all can see. But here we go. Dwayne Haskins on his release from Washington football team last season, quote, "I wouldn't necessarily say I was surprised." I mean, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have been surprised. Absolutely not. I mean, last season, just both seasons together, Dwayne Haskins, he's not it, unfortunately, folks. He's just not. We've given him the benefit of the doubt. We've given him his chances. We were trying to buy into him last season, but watching him week in, week out, breaking down, his film on Wednesday film studies during our NFL season. I mean, it was just never there, folks. Nothing to really sink into. And we know they don't have the best offensive roster, but still, you can't use that as an excuse. And it's unfortunate. You still got to go out there and get it done and at least look serviceable out there. And Dwayne Haskins never did that. So when we look at what Dwayne Haskins did last season, started 6 games, 1-5 record, throwing 61%. And 5 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Absolutely abysmal. His career touchdowns and interceptions for over 2 seasons are 12 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. You can't have that. You can never, ever, one season, your entire career, 1 game, 2 game, 3 game, blue game, green game. It doesn't matter. You can never have more interceptions and touchdowns. That is an immediate turnoff at the quarterback position, and that's what Dwayne Haskins is right now. Unfortunate. So there really was no surprise that he was going to get tossed out of Washington. They went to their 3rd-string quarterback throughout the season. So, when they're digging all the way down to the bottom of the barrel, scraping the bottom. And, Taylor Heineke, it's a solid bottom of the barrel there for him, but it's still a bottom of the barrel. So Dwayne Haskins, no surprise to him that he got kicked out of Washington, and now he's a Steeler. So let's see what we are getting in this article. So, former first-round pick Dwayne Haskins is restarting his career with the Steelers after being unceremoniously cut near the end of the 2020 season. Truly that. From the forefront of an organization in Washington to the background in Pittsburgh, Haskins said Thursday morning that he's just looking for an opportunity to earn a job. Quote, "Just coming here to Pittsburgh, I just wanted to prove to the coaching staff and my teammates how much I love football, and just grateful for the opportunity to be here and just to show them that my mind's in the right place and that I'm willing to work to be able to show my talent and be able to work and earn a spot here." Alrighty. So we all know Big Ben's going to play for this entire season unless he gets injured. Let's knock on wood. Do not want to see that happen in his final year. But we all know, it's Big Ben's team. We just heard the offensive coordinator say they're going to do whatever Big Ben wants. So, and then, for the backup, Mason Rudolph, Dwayne Haskins, Josh Dobbs, that's all garbage. Maybe Dwayne Haskins can be the 2nd string. It's not that hard of a competition here to be the 2nd string. Mason Rudolph was nothing great. There's literally garbage. There's garbage behind Big Ben, unfortunately. So maybe Dwayne Haskins can learn from Big Ben. Mike Tomlin, he gets all the rave by everybody. I'm a fan of Mike Tomlin. I haven't seen him not be a good coach, and he's been able to elevate players, and they're always in a winning season, so we give that man credit. So maybe Dwayne Haskins can learn here, maybe from a Super Bowl winning quarterback in Big Ben and a Super Bowl winning head coach in Mike Tomlin. So this could potentially be good for Dwayne Haskins here in Pittsburgh. Let's see. Do we get anything else out here? Coach Mike Tomlin said Wednesday that he's more concerned about developing a relationship with Haskins off the field, not focusing on on-field progress. That's not the greatest thing you want to hear from your head coach. Yeah, I mean, you are just unfixable on the field. Hey, why don't you come out and have a beer with me sometime? I mean, I could always use an extra friend. I don't know. Let's see what Mike Tomlin is saying here on Dwayne Haskins, because that was not a good lead up to this quote here. Quote, I've been more concerned about Dwayne the person, getting to know him, getting an understanding of what he's been through and how that's shaped him, affected him positively, negatively, how it's affected the growth and development of his game. Well, it's obviously affected the growth and development of his game very poorly, no? I think more than anything, Dwayne and I are trying to get to know one another. What is this, a date? Mike Tomlin brought this man in to date him? What the hell is going on? I think it starts there, and then we can focus on some things relative to the game itself. I think you do it the other way around. I'll leave some of the minutia and some of the details about his football development to him and quarterbacks coach Mike Sullivan and offense coordinator Matt Canada. Oh, we love Matt Canada. I just want to get to know the young man and help him grow in that way. So, and yeah, once again, I mean, Matt Canada, we're kind of buying into him, and if he can kind of, get Dwayne Haskins, up to speed in this offense, maybe he could be serviceable when Big Ben retires next season. But we also know that the whatever the Steelers do at the backup quarterback position, they're going to draft somebody. I mean, these are not kind of quarterbacks that you can truly sink your teeth into and believe that they can kind of lead this franchise to what Big Ben's been doing for the last 15 years here in Pittsburgh. So, yeah, if you're a backup quarterback here for the Steelers, it doesn't mean you're going to be on the roster next season, and it really doesn't guarantee you that you have a leg up or foot up on the competition, whatever they bring in next year, whether it's a high-profile free agent or a high drafted quarterback prospect. So Mike Tomlin's just kind of trying to date Dwayne Haskins out here, not trying to have him get better on the field, unfortunately. So maybe, a little too late for this man to really kind of jumpstart his career here going into year 3. Nothing solid. We've got kind of, everybody's kind of full on their starters. There's no real NFL team right now that does need a starting quarterback. Everyone's real solid right now at the moment. We'll see what changes next season, but it does not seem like they are in a rush to get this man good, to get this man better. They're just trying to learn his personality, learn what he is as a person. So it's not the greatest news out here. That's not the most kind of green flag news you want to see out here. All right, let's go into what happened at the end of this Washington. So recently retired quarterback Alex Smith previously noted that Haskins is, quote, crazy gifted. Is he? Because we never saw anything crazy gifted out of this man. Crazy gifted? That's a pretty high compliment there. 12 touchdowns and 14 interceptions is crazy gifted? I don't know. Oh, and I forgot to bring this up because this is real funny. In this article, they post a 17-second clip of Dwayne Haskins throwing a touchdown, and it's absolutely trash, folks. Let me see if I can bring this up because the video's not rolling. That's never good. What is going on here? Are we even still live? Because nothing is loading now. This is not good. Okay. I think we're still live. Says we're live. Okay, well, I really wanted to bring up that video. Damn it. All right, well, it was a pass from the goal line, a play action pass, Dwayne Haskins lobbing it to a wide open receiver in the end zone, and it barely gets to the wide receiver. The wide receiver has, or I think it's a tight end, the tight end has to dive because the ball is so low to the ground that he's barely able to kind of get his hands under it for a touchdown. So real trash here. That's the one highlight that they post of Dwayne Haskins in this article. Was that supposed to sell us that man's a good quarterback and crazy gifted? I don't think so. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Alex Smith's judgment after that leg injury kind of screwed him up a little bit. Crazy gifted Dwayne Haskins? I would not say that. So he says he's crazy gifted, but needs to eliminate the distractions. The 24-year-old said he wasn't stunned by how it ended in Washington. Quote here by Dwayne Haskins. I wouldn't necessarily say I was surprised. It's just a part of the business. Wasn't necessarily the people that, were brought in by the new coaching staff, and understanding that this is a business and realizing that as the season went on, that things weren't going the way that we both wanted it to. And yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, Dwayne Haskins started out as a starter, folks, never truly got it done. We can go to his game logs, or maybe we can't, because we cannot load anything. This is very frustrating. Very frustrating. So I guess we'll just have to live with whatever we've got up, because we cannot open any new tabs up here. Unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, he went 2-5 in his 7 starts. Nothing great. They had to go with Alex Smith. He just was not getting it done, winning the games here for Washington. So, he wasn't getting it done on the field. Ron Rivera wanted him. We've heard from Ron Rivera that, he was trying to make Dwayne Haskins work. That's why he was the starter in the beginning. It just never came to fruition how they both planned it. And Ron Rivera ended up making the right decision. You can't blame Ron Rivera, because they ended up winning the division with all the kind of all the moves, all the kind of lineup changes that Ron Rivera made in the regular season. I mean, it worked. They won the division, almost beat Tom Brady first round of the playoffs. You got to give them credit for that. So, unfortunately, Dwayne Haskins just was not the answer in Washington. So, we will see if he gets better here in Pittsburgh. We don't truly think so, and Mike Tomlin's kind of taking this man out on dates and not making him better as a football player, but we'll see what's going on with him come this season. And, if, gosh forbid, anything happens to Big Ben, the arm, the shoulder just kind of, gives up, the legs just give up, we're not going to wood big time, because we do not want to see that. We think the Steelers team could potentially win the Super Bowl. We'll see, who steps up, Mason Rudolph or Dwayne Haskins. I'm not giving it to Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs is 4th string, not even in contention here for a 3rd string job. So we'll see how Dwayne Haskins and Mason Rudolph kind of battle it out to become the number 2 here in Pittsburgh. All right, but we're not done talking about Pittsburgh now, because once again we get another quick clip here of the mini camp, and this time it's mother-loving Najee Harris, our main man, folks, our main man. He's doing a drill, and just look at that quick footwork, the lateral quickness, the explosiveness, folks. Look at him go, taking that hit of the bag after all these quick cuts. Look at that quick footwork. I mean, folks, the title of the tweet is Najee Harris's feet are quick, capital Q-U-I-C-K, with the kind of a wind emoji, just to show how fast he is. And that's exactly what we're seeing in this kind of quick 6-minute clip here. Just absolutely fantastic. We know he's big. We know he's strong. We know he can catch the ball, and his footwork is absolutely excellent. So that's what we're talking about with the Steelers team, folks. They've got the weapons offensively, wide receivers, and running back here. Najee Harris, be prepared to get probably close to, I would say, let's bring up what Derrick Henry was rushing for, but I don't think we're going to be able to get that up. I want to see what Derrick Henry's workload is, because that's going to be similar to what Najee Harris is going to be doing this season, folks. So let's see if we can, maybe it's back. Is the internet back? Is the internet back? Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Can we play this video then? Oh, can we? Oh, yes. Yes. Here we go. All right, let's go back to this Dwayne Haskins video quickly, very quickly. Now that everything's loading up now. Love seeing that. Hopefully we didn't cut out at any time. Maybe we spoke too soon, because this video is still not coming up. Can we play it here? They really do not want to show this Dwayne Haskins video. How unfortunate. Oh, here it is. All right, here it is. Finally. Here we go. On the 1-yard line, folks. Play action. And it barely gets there. He's floating it over the defender. You don't need to float it at this point. He's wide open. Just rifle it in there. Get it in there. And it's lucky that this tight end Sprinkle can bend all the way down to the ground and go and catch the ball, folks. This is one of his 12 touchdowns right here, folks. Nothing great. Look at that. Barely getting there. barely. I'm putting this all on the tight end for having the ability to kind of change his body position to go all the way down to the ground to catch it. And they were also down. They were also getting killed in this game 34-11, and then it came with a minute left in the fourth quarter. So garbage time stats for Dwayne Haskins out here. All right, but let's go back to what we can expect from Najee Harris. Last season, Derrick Henry had 378 rushing attempts, the most he's ever had in his entire career. 303 in 2019 and 378 in just last season. So expect Najee Harris to be in the 300s, folks. If that's what Derrick Henry can do, Najee Harris can do the same thing out here. So expect this man to get it done and be the workhorse running back that we know that this man can be. All right, let's keep moving on here, talking about the Chiefs, and yes, right here. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes wants safety Tyrann Mathieu with the Chiefs for, quote, as long as I'm here. Yes, folks, we are big on Tyrann Mathieu. I know that we just started the show about a year ago. I think we are coming up on our first year anniversary. I believe our first show was June 22nd. I got to double check that, and we'll see what we do for our anniversary. But we've only been here for a year, folks. But Tyrann Mathieu, I am on the record here, folks. I've got the receipts. It's right here. This is me from 2013, folks. 2013, Tyrann Mathieu's rookie year. His rookie year, folks. This is what I had to say. I'm on the record. Here we go. Tyrann Mathieu tore his ACL! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! No! Dot. Best defensive rookie of the year, future Hall of Famer, probably will be the best safety in the NFL. Yes, folks, I am on the record. There it is. 2013, December 9th at 11:59 a.m. Before noon, I was saying this, folks. Before noon, I was saying all this. So, absolutely love Tyrann Mathieu out here. Patrick Mahomes absolutely loves Tyrann Mathieu. He had a little unfortunate start of his career, tore his left ACL rookie year, then 2 years later tore his right ACL. But ever since then, he's been strong, folks, not injured. Ever since coming back, playing every game, 2017, 16 games, 2018, 16 games, 2019, 16 games, 2020, 15 games, because they all took week 17 off because they've already wrapped up the number one bye, and they didn't need to win that game or play that game. So he's healthy now. He's staying healthy. He's got bionic knees, and he's all good out there. So Patrick Mahomes loves him, and, are y'all calling Patrick Mahomes a liar? Because that would be calling us a liar. And me and Patrick Mahomes, we are never wrong, folks. Come on. So let's go into this article right here. Let's see what Patrick Mahomes is all raving about. We are big on Tyrann Mathieu, safety for the Chiefs, and so is Patrick Mahomes. So let's see. All right, Tyrann Mathieu doesn't want to play for any other team other than the Kansas City Chiefs. It's not uncommon, particularly at this time of the year, for a player to champion staying with his current team for the long haul as a contract season beckons. For Mathieu, however, he has flourished in other jerseys, but the relationship he's built in clearly the comfort and happiness he's found is something he wants to last. Thusly, the multi-time Pro Bowler has no designs on moving on from Kansas City if he has a say in where he plays will outweigh how much he's paid. Quote, "It's probably the top of my list," Tyrann Mathieu said Thursday. "It's been everything I've asked for. As for me, I feel like I can play football anywhere, but when you develop certain relationships with certain people, these people become part of your life." So Coach Spags, the defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, Coach Dave Merritt, head coach Andy Reid, Coach Barry Rubin, our strength coach, all these men have been important to me, so I can't see me ever walking away from that relationship. I've been through a lot in my life so far. I think holding on to certain relationships, I think that kind of outweighs any monetary thing, any short feeling or emotion I may be dealing with in the moment. So Tyrann Mathieu absolutely wants to be here. And now where's this Patrick Mahomes quote? Here we go. The franchise's face is certainly stumping for him, though. Quote, he's such a great leader on this team and obviously a special football player. You want him to be here for the long run, and you can tell that Chiefs Kingdom is really behind him as the leader of that defense and the leader on this team. Definitely want him to be here as long as he can and as long as I'm here. So he wants to be here. Tyrann Mathieu himself wants to be here. Patrick Mahomes wants him here. Chief Kingdom wants to, the fans want him to be there. Unfortunately, I do still want to see him be there because this man's winning chips. He's winning chips in Kansas City. Another opportunity, unfortunately, came up a little short last season, but he's able to compete for those rings. Anywhere else he goes, he's not going to have that, great opportunity of being kind of consistently hailed as this Chiefs team being Super Bowl contenders every single season. So, I would love him to play for the Dolphins. Absolutely. It doesn't seem like that's ever going to happen. He loves this Kansas City Chiefs team too much. So we'll let him stay here and we'll just kind of admire from a distance, unfortunately. But Patrick Mahomes, I mean, if you have his kind of, blanking on what the word I want to use or even a word to use, but when you have his kind of, endorsement. There it is. When you have Patrick Mahomes' endorsement, I mean, can you deny it? Can you look Patrick Mahomes in the face and be like, yeah, we know you like this guy, but yeah, we're not gonna agree. We don't agree, and he's out of here. I mean, you're not gonna do that. You just paid that man $400 million. You're going to agree with everything that man says. So, love it that Tyrann Mathieu loves it here. Loves being in Kansas City Chiefs. He's getting kind of that great relationship with all the coaches. They're holding him down. He's holding it down on the field, and he's got everybody loving it. A true leader out here, the Honey Badger, folks. You got to love it. So, Tyrann Mathieu, folks, an absolutely great stud out here. And 2013, us backing it up as well. Future Hall of Famer, folks. We got it. It's in ink, folks. This is in the record. Probably will be the best safety in the NFL. Probably. We should have said definitely, but we said he was a future Hall of Famer. So, Patrick Mahomes loves it. We love it. And hopefully he gets more rings. He's our favorite defensive player, folks. Tyrann Mathieu, maybe Minkah Fitzpatrick. Our favorite defensive player of all time is probably Troy Polamalu. And this man is definitely, a great safety to kind of fill in Troy Polamalu. He's not as athletic. He's very good, but Troy Polamalu was just a freak of nature athletically. But Tyrann Mathieu is truly on that level of greatness at the safety position. So absolutely love it and cannot wait to watch this man continue to work here for the Chiefs. Alrighty, those were all the football stories we needed to go over for today, so let's head over to some NBA news. And the first one up, folks, breaking trade. We've already got a trade. The season's not even over, and we're already trading and dealing and wheeling out here. So here we go. The Celtics are trading Kemba Walker and the number 16 pick to the OKC Thunder for Al Horford and Moses Brown. So all in all, the Thunder receive Kemba Walker, the 16 pick in this year's draft, and then a second-round pick in 2025. What is that? And then the Celtics receive Al Horford, Moses Brown, and a 2023 second-round pick. So, real good here for both sides here. Obviously, the Celtics and Kemba Walker, they wanted to kind of move on from each other anyway. Kemba Walker didn't kind of like that. He was kind of not in the solidified plans of the Celtics going forward, and he kind of wanted out, and the Celtics were like, well, you're not doing anything for this team, so yeah, you need to leave anyway. So, the Celtics kind of win there by getting rid of Kemba Walker. Like we said, Kemba Walker is good, but he does not win. He's never won in his career, folks. He won in college. He never won in the NBA, and it's unfortunate, but he just does not have that kind of superstar level of talent, unfortunately. That clutch ability, that big time ability, does not have it. So Celtics move off of Kemba Walker, and they get two bigs for him, which is what the Celtics needed. We can believe in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. We love them, but they're kind of bigs of Robert Williams and Tristan Thompson. They just did not get it done this season. So they bring in Al Horford, a nice veteran. He is on his last leg. He's 35 out here. But Moses Brown, this is a real solid pickup potentially here for this Celtics team, because when we look at Moses Brown's stats, he's a nice big 7'2", great height for the big, exactly what you like. And he actually had a pretty good season. I know we didn't really talk about him that much because the Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out. We didn't really talk about this Thunder team that much. But Moses Brown, going into his third year, just last season, this season I should say, he averaged 8 and 8, folks. That's real solid for only 21 minutes a game, 8 points, 8 rebounds, basically 9 rebounds, 8.9 rebounds averaging. So we can definitely get behind this man. And, maybe just kind of, coming off the bench, having Al Horford be kind of the main big, maybe for the start of the season, getting Moses Brown caught up, and now come the back half of the season when it's time to make those playoff pushes, you bring in Moses Brown to the starting lineup, and this man's ready to rock. So I'm kind of big on Moses Brown so far. I think we can really buy into the Celtics team now going into next year. They are going to have to go and get another point guard, because without Kemba Walker, they truly don't even have a point guard. You cannot use Marcus Smart as a point guard. I'm sorry. The man just does not work there. The man doesn't even really work in a starting lineup anyway, more of a bench player. But, the Celtics are truly light on pieces everywhere. So, I do like the Moses Brown pickup. I've got no problem with Kemba Walker getting traded. I think that was the right decision for both parties involved. But what is really interesting about this trade is the Thunder, they got a star point guard in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, folks. So why bring in Kemba Walker? So maybe they are thinking about trading Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for some draft picks. That's kind of what OKC has. They've got a ton of first-round draft picks in the next couple of seasons. I think they got 3 first-round draft picks alone in this year's draft. So they may just kind of once again start rebuilding. That's what the Thunder love to do, rebuild. So it'll be really interesting to see what the Thunder do with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, because he's so much better than Kemba Walker already. So we'll see, if one of those two players move to the 2, Shai, but you can you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Kemba Walker in the starting lineup together? Maybe. But we'll see what the Thunder do. But they do acquire Kemba Walker. And another thing about the Celtics team, that kind of Kemba Walker contract goes away. He had a big $74 million contract. So once again, kind of freeing up the Celtics to do whatever they want in this offseason. Not a rebuild, because you already got your 2 superstars, but now you have to bring in that star point guard, that winnable star point guard for the Celtics team, and they'll be, right back top of the to the top of the East like they were early on in this season. So we'll keep track of the Celtics team. But Brad Stevens, first time, not a head coach anymore, in the front office role, and this is his first move, getting Kemba out of town and picking up a good big. He was the coach this season, folks. He knows what they're missing. So we can kind of, this is what we were saying, that the Celtics were missing a big all year, and now Brad Stevens, his first move is to pick up 2 good bigs. Pretty solid. So we'll see what the Thunder do with their plentiful point guards. All right, next story up is pretty inevitable, what we all thought. Ty Lue says Kawhi Leonard is out for Game 6 tonight, a closeout game. Now, it's in LA. They're up 3-2. It's not a must-win. It'd be nice to win it. But the offense was looking real solid with just Paul George. So I think we're going to be buying into this Clippers team tonight, and we'll see what the spread is. But we may swallow some points tonight, even though Kawhi Leonard is not playing. And I know it's crazy to say, but they were looking real solid offensively. The defense didn't kind of, shell up. I mean, we know Kawhi Leonard's a great defender, but the defense was still getting it done with no Kawhi Leonard in Game 5. They won the game. Fantastic. So we'll see who's in and out. We'll see if Mike Conley's finally good to go. He's got to play, folks. It's a do or die. It's a must win. They need to win these last 2 games to move on to the Western Conference Finals. So, Mike Conley, I don't care if you're injured. I don't care, if you go out on the floor, if you step out on that court, you'll instantly, break your leg or whatever it is. You got to go. You got to test it. You got to try, because it's win or go home now, and the Jazz desperately need more offense out there. So, no Kawhi Leonard tonight, but I still think we're going to be rocking with the Clippers, folks. Alrighty, and then the other big news that happened in the NBA, Rick Carlisle is stepping down as the head coach in the Mavericks. So they just kind of got rid of their front office people, one of their big front office people. I'm not exactly, was it the general manager? Let me see if I can bring that up quickly. They got rid of Rick Carlisle. And then who else was it? Yeah, the general manager. So they got rid of the general manager and they got rid of the head coach because it seems like they really just kind of want to bring Luka Doncic back. He's kind of in this kind of year where he can sign, I believe, the Supermax for about $180 to $200 million. So they really want to make Luka happy. So Mark Cuban's kind of cleaning house because it just hasn't worked. It's been solid out here for this Mavs team. They made it to the playoffs last season. They made it to the playoffs here this year. Got to Game 7 against the Clippers. Real decent success. Just not having that supporting cast around Luka Doncic. We kind of heard Luka Doncic, something kind of leaked out that he was, a little hesitant on rejoining this Mavs team, but they need to lock down Luka. That's all the Dallas Mavericks have is Luka Doncic. They better lock this man down. So Rick Carlisle is stepping down. He didn't get fired or anything like that. He voluntarily stepped down, but he kind of read the writing in the room. Him and Mark Cuban, they say they're great friends and everything. So, Mark Cuban brought him aside and was like, I don't want to fire you. I want, but you do have to go. So, you step down on your own. You make this your decision. And then we can go on from there. And, Rick Carlisle, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? No, you fire me? No, you're not going to get fired. Getting fired is something you try to avoid to do. That's why, politicians always resign before they get fired. They're like, no, I'm just resigning. I know scandal's coming out tomorrow, but yeah, that's got nothing to do with it. I'm just resigning on my own. I know I'm getting forced out, but I'm resigning. I didn't get fired. I'm leaving on my own, folks. So that's what Rick Carlisle was doing here. And we get this kind of quote. Luka Doncic and Rick Carlisle reportedly had a, quote, simmering tension that was, quote, a concern within the Dallas Mavericks organization. So absolutely, you're going to get rid of the coach. The coach is the first one to go. You are keeping your star players. This is not football where coaching truly matters, folks. In the NBA, it doesn't matter that much. Look, Steve Nash, first year as a head coach. I mean, the man is potentially, we'll see what happens in Game 7, but potentially going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, it's all about the players on the team. The coach has really nothing to do with it. Ty Lue won a ring because of LeBron. So so you're definitely going to get rid of the coach before you get rid of these players. And Luka Doncic, he's a once-in-a-generational talent, folks. He's 22 and absolutely murdering this league, taking over this league by storm. So he's got a big contract coming up this year. They need to lock him down. And if Luka Doncic has just an inkling of a little bit of a not respect or a little bit of a simmering tension with anybody, another player, a coach, a trainer, if Luka Doncic doesn't like you 100%, you're out of here. If he's got one bad thing to say about you, oh yeah, he's cool, but just the way he shakes my hand, the way he slaps me up, I just don't like it. Oh, you're out of here. You're done. Gone. So definitely keeping Luka, and Mark Cuban's gonna clean house to keep this man. So we'll see where Rick Carlisle goes. Some opening head coaching jobs. We know the Celtics job is still open for grabs. The Magic job, I don't know why anybody would want to take that job, but Rick Carlisle could still potentially be a head coach in this league, especially since he kind of resigned, stepped down on his own. Alrighty, so that was all the stories that we needed to talk about for today. Let's head over to the NBA. We'll break down. It's only one game, so we'll break down this game. We'll do our moneymaker for tonight's action, and then we'll end the show with the Packers wildcard game against the Vikings. So let's talk about Bucks Nets Game 6, and man, oh man, we got a Game 7, folks. Now, unfortunate for the Bucks, they have to play on the road because the home team has won every single game in the series. Nets going up 2-0 early because they were at home for the first two games. Bucks coming right back, tying it up 2-2 at home. Nets win Game 5. Bingo bango, they were at home. They're up 3-2. And the Bucks just last night win Game 6 at home, forcing Game 7. So it's all going to come down to Game 7 in the Bucks Nets, and we're going to have to rock with the Bucks because that was our finals prediction, folks. We have the Bucks winning it all this season, and this is their first speed bump right here. They didn't have any adversity in the first round against the Heat, sweeping them, no big deal, 4-0. But now going the distance here with the Nets, and we'll see who's got enough gas left in the tank for game number 7. Alrighty, we can start here with the Bucks since they got the win. Real great win here for the Bucks. They were kind of looking great from the jump. We can kind of look at the scoring summary throughout the entire game. I mean, they got out to a nice 26-19 start at the end of the first quarter. And what was just so bad about the Nets was, once again, their shooting, folks. They only had one great quarter, and that was quarter number 2. And the Bucks had a better quarter number 2, outscoring them 33-19. Other than that, 33-29. That was great there by the Nets, putting up 29 points. That's real solid in a quarter. But quarter number 4, 22 points. Quarter number 3, 19 points. And quarter number 1, 19 points as well. So just no great consistent scoring for this Nets team. And that's going to kill them. I mean, they only put up 89 points. The best offense in the league, folks, only putting up 89 points. That's not going to get it done. And that's exactly what happened last night. So unfortunate for the Nets last night. Scoring was absolutely atrocious. But let's talk about this Bucks team. Giannis getting right back into it, and I love it, folks. No threes taken by Giannis last night. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. We know he hit 2 of 4 in game number 5, but that's the biggest outlier of his entire career, folks. 2 of 4, 50%. So Giannis not taking any threes, hitting 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Not the greatest still, but it's a little bit of an improvement. He went for 30 points, 17 rebounds, and he shot 60% on 20 shots. So we'll definitely give him the credit. He was having his way with this Nets team down low, no trouble getting into the paint, so we'll give him credit for that. Jrue Holiday also getting into the paint whenever he wanted. He only scored in the paint, basically. He put up 21 points. He had an excellent defensive performance with 4 steals. He put up 5 assists and 8 rebounds. So an overall great night by Jrue Holiday. But 1 of 10 from 3. The man was breaking it up from downtown, and luckily the Bucks were able to survive by only making 7 threes, folks. If you told me the Bucks made 7 threes last night, I would say, oh, they must have lost the game. But luckily, the Nets were just as bad shooting the ball. So Jrue Holiday was having his way with it. I mean, he shot 38%, folks. Once again, those threes were killing him, but he was just able to get inside the paint and was able to just lay it up. Nice shots from down low from Jrue Holiday. Giannis was able to eat in the paint all night and not taking any really outside shots. He was kind of Giannis was even kind of spreading the floor a little bit. He was taking some decent mid-range, a little kind of more closer to the basket than away from the basket of his kind of official mid-range shots, but that's still expanding the floor and kind of, unclogging the paint a little bit. So I'll give credit for Giannis. These kind of nice mid-range jump shots that he was taking were pretty much hitting all night. So we'll give Giannis a lot of credit for last night. Another player we have to give a lot of credit to is Chris Mother-loving Middleton, folks. Man, oh man, folks. Led the team in scoring. Absolutely well done. 38 points, 5 steals, 5 assists, and 10 rebounds on 5 of 8 from 3 on 68% on 16 shots. An absolutely magnificent performance here by Chris Middleton. They definitely needed it, and Chris Middleton finally stepping up big time here. Now, I kind of want to go into a little bit of Chris Middleton's stats because when I was watching the pregame on ESPN, they brought up a real good point that this man was truly... this is what do I want to see? This is he was truly. Are they not? I just want to see. I want the stats for the last couple of games. That's all I'm looking for here. Damn it! Why can't you just show me? Just show me the games. Why are you bringing me his overall stats? I want his last 5-6 games for the series. So I guess we'll have to bring that up. But his kind of difference on the road and at home is absolutely crazy, folks. He truly is floundering on the road, and that's why we have a little bit of skepticism that this Bucks can truly pull it off in Game 7 because they will be on the road. But I just kind of want to point out these numbers that he's doing. So here we go. His first 2 games on the road with at Brooklyn. What did he do? 13 points. Second game, once again, on the road, 17 points. Now at home, 35 points, 19 points. Then back on the road, he had 25 points in game number 5. That's real solid. But then 38 points at home. So he had 2 30-point games, both at home, and then 2, subpar games of 13 and 17. All on the road. So he's definitely going to have to step it up big time. And look at this. His plus minus on the floor. On the road, -6, -30. At home, +3, +17. On the road, -2. And then at home, +17. So once again, he is the difference maker at home. But Chris Middleton, please, for the love of gosh, you need to play balls to the wall, lights out, like you've been doing at home for this playoff series, folks. It's not like we're going back to, the Heat series where he's playing great at home for the Heat. No. We're talking about this series right here against the Nets. So Chris Middleton is going to be the answer, the key of winning Game 7. Giannis is still going to get his 30. I think he's put up like 30 every single game in this series, but Chris Middleton needs to be on the money, and that's why we're a little nervous heading into Game 7 for this Bucks team, but hopefully he can do it. He is going to be the key deciding factor. Does Chris Middleton show up, yes or no? If yes, Bucks win Game 7 on the road. If no, Bucks lose Game 7 in another lackluster performance overall by Giannis in this Bucks team. Underwhelming, and it will call. You'll be hearing Mike Budenholzer. You'll be hearing calls for him to get fired. Unfortunately, so very well done by Chris Middleton last night. We'll give him a lot of credit. Brook Lopez, not the greatest game last night. 8 points, 5 rebounds. He shot 0 of 3 from the 3, unfortunately. And then we got PJ Tucker, 3 points, 5 rebounds. He took 6 shots. Jeez Louise. He took 5 threes. That is, once again, geez, can we please get some better 3-point shooters out here? We had PJ Tucker going 1 for 5, and this man doesn't even score regularly, so please stop with the threes. 1 of 5 from the 3 from PJ Tucker, 0 of 3 from 3 by Brook Lopez, 1 of 10 from 3 by Drew Holiday, 0 of 5 of 3 from Pat Connaughton off the bench, folks. Pat Connaughton put up no points and 2 rebounds on those 5 threes. Missed every single shot he took. How unfortunate, playing 21 minutes off the bench. So this Bucks team, man, they better get it together. If there was a game that they needed to hit the threes, it's going to be Game 7. So maybe it's a good thing they weren't kind of, shooting lights out in Game 6, because you would probably assume that they would be back floundering in Game 7. So hopefully this kind of, bad performance here, they get it figured out for game number 7. But overall, really poor performance shooting night outside for the Bucks, and they were still able to get the win. So a little silver lining there. All right, what else do we got here? The only other bench player that played meaningful minutes was Bryn Forbes out there, 2 points on 4 shots. Once again, little disappointed in Bryn Forbes. He had a great series against the Heat, but has been floundering here against the Bucks. He hasn't kind of been getting a lot of minutes, but still, if you're not getting that many minutes, you need to make the most out of them. When you get them in the 11 minutes he had off the bench, 2 points, -4 on the floor, 25% shooting. Not the greatest. So Giannis, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton all stepping up big time to get the win. All right, let's talk about this Nets team now. Kevin Durant playing 40 minutes after he just came off that 48-minute game, and he was real lackluster. He still put up 32 points and 11 rebounds, but 50% shooting on 30 shots. Jeez Louise, the ball was in his hands basically half the night last night. 2 of 8 from the 3 as well. That's not the Kevin Durant we all know and love, folks. So a real lackluster performance even for Kevin Durant, even though he still put up 32 points. James Harden is immobile out there with that kind of hamstring injury, and this man is injured, and he's still jumping into the defenders to try and get the foul. Jeez, James Harden. No wonder why you're injured. You are asking to get injured. It's unfortunate. I understand it. I don't love doing that when you kind of, you're at the 3-point line, you get the pump fake, you draw the defender in a little bit, not too much, and then you jump into him to get the foul. I don't love it. I get it. I think it should be changed, but James Harden, if you're so injured, so immobile out there, and you're still asking for the injuries. I don't get it. But James Harden, 16 points. He still had 7 assists. Still the leading assister on this team. Love it. 4 steals as well, 5 rebounds. He shot 3 of 6 from the 3. He only took 9 shots because, once again, he's not able to kind of do his classic James Harden driving to the bucket, draw the foul by lifting his arms up. So he's not driving into the paint, but he still put up 16 points and 7 assists. Not terrible. Obviously not great, not winnable, as we see, but still not terrible overall. Joe Harris has been floundering, folks. 9 points on 44% shooting. He shot 1 of 4 from the 3. This is not the Joe Harris we all know and love. We got Blake Griffin at the 5, and still solid by Blake Griffin. He's still playing decent. 12 points, 6 rebounds. He was only a -7 on the floor in a, what was this loss? We got a 15-point loss, so once again, not bad. He played 30 minutes too, so Blake Griffin is still kind of getting it done out there. Decently clogging the paint, definitely making Giannis work for his points whenever he's on the floor. And then Jeff Green still at the 4 out there, 5 points on 9 shots. The man shot 22%. Once again, 1 of 4 from the 3, 6 rebounds. I mean, how does James Harden, who's injured, shoot the best from 3 when you got Joe Harris out there? How unfortunate. And then one thing that Steve Nash, I mean, once again, the coaching of Steve Nash, I know that both teams didn't really play any players off their bench in this game, but the scoring was lackluster all around for this Nets team, and Mike James still only played 3 minutes. We know he's not the best shooter, but he's proven that he can provide that spark. We've seen that this series, first series, Mike James can't get it done, but he only plays 3 minutes off the bench. And then the same thing with Bruce Brown. Once again, 4 minutes off the bench. That's it. He shot 1 of 1 from 3 and made it. Get these players a little bit more minutes, especially when you know that you have injured James Harden, Kevin Durant, who's not getting it done, Joe Harris, who's not getting it done. Give these players that's on your bench that can bring the energy and bring the spark, and that's what the Nets need on the road, especially when you're putting up poor performances quarter by quarter, shot by shot. Come on, Steve Nash, you're a coach. Get it done. You can't just rely on your stars. Still putting James Harden out there for 40 minutes. Still playing Kevin Durant out there for 40 minutes, but Mike James and Bruce Brown getting no minutes out there. I don't get it. So don't love Steve Nash as a coach. The only bench player that played meaningful minutes was Landry Shamet, and he only put up 2 points because he got to the free throw line. He went 0 of 2 from the field and put up 2 points. So the one bench player you did play wasn't getting it done. So don't like what Steve Nash was doing out there, and he's kind of getting exposed. If Kevin Durant's not having a 50-piece night, if Kevin Durant is not going beast mode, if James Harden's not 100%, which we know he isn't, this team's not winning. So, Steve Nash, man, it's Game 7. You better hope you got something up your sleeve to try to close this one out, because once again, James Harden isn't going to be 100%, and we think we're going to get good Kevin Durant, but is he going to be efficient? That's what we need to see. So Bucks are able to steal Game 6 here at home. Not even steal, just go up and win it. So you give them credit. So Game 7, man, Game 7. And we could have a couple more tonight, Game 7s potentially. So that was Bucks Nets Game 6, 104-89 for the Bucks. Very well done. And we'll see if they can take Game 7 on the road. Alrighty, this is what we got for tonight, folks. We got 76ers Hawks, 7:30, Game 6, and the Hawks are up 3-2, stealing Game 5 on the road. Absolutely well done. Does Joel Embiid get fatigued again, folks? We saw Game 4, we saw Game 5. Does he get fatigued Game 6 here on the road? Potentially, and we'll definitely be looking out for it, and we'll definitely call it when we see it. And then we get the Jazz and the Clippers, 10 o'clock on ESPN, folks. Once again, Game 6, Clippers at home, having the ability to close out the series, folks. Both home teams have the chance to close out the series, even though they are the underseed. How crazy. So give respect to the Hawks, give respect to the Clippers, and we'll see if any team can close out tonight. This is also potentially going to be the last double NBA day. How unfortunate. Last double NBA game day, potentially. If one of these teams close out, we'll have a Game 7 of the Bucks and Nets on one day, and then we'll have the Game 7 of the Hawks, or one of these games, whichever team doesn't close out, whether it's the Hawks or the Clippers. We'll have that Game 7 on the other day, and then it's Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, one on every day. One. So, potentially last day of 2 NBA games on. How unfortunate. The season coming to a close. And it's a little unfortunate. We do get to crown the winner. But once again, we don't get, games on top of games on top of games when, in the regular season we're breaking down 6, 7, 8 NBA games a day. Now we got 1. Now we got 2. Unfortunate. So let's make the most out of it tonight, folks. Our last potential double team parlay, depending on if these teams can close out. So let's hit it tonight, folks. Here we go. First game up, 76ers and the Hawks. 76ers -3, Hawks +3. Oh, my God. Hawks +3 at home in a closeout game? Ooh, I think I'm loving it. But let's see who's all in and out here. Danny Green is still out for the 76ers. Not great. Joel Embiid's a game-time decision. He's going to play. He's not fatigued before the game starts, folks. Of course he's going to play. And then for the Hawks, Trae Young's the game time decision with the shoulder. You know that man's going to go for it. And then Cam Reddish is still out. So basically what we've been seeing for the last 2 games here in this Hawks 76ers series, both teams kind of rocking what they've been kind of rocking with. And folks, what do we like about this Hawks team, folks? They can weather the storm. They weather every run. They get down 10, they bring it close. They get down 15, they can bring it back close. They get down 26, folks, they win the game. It does not matter. This Hawks team is resilient, and you give every ounce of credit to Nate McMillan, the head coach, and Trae Young, the floor facilitator on the floor. So absolutely well done by this Hawks team all throughout this series. They've won games on the road. They've won games at home. It doesn't matter. They can win anywhere, anytime. Score doesn't matter. Up big, down big, closing out the game. It does not matter. So this 76ers team, Joel Embiid, folks, it's the story over the last 2 games, and you have to pay attention to it. Clint Capella is not lying. I know a lot of people don't like Clint Capella and clown Clint Capella. I don't get it. I don't agree with them, but you have to put credit in what that man's saying. Joel Embiid is the 76ers' number 1 scoring option. That is it. It's Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons can't shoot. He facilitates the floor. He barely drives to kind of go down low, but it's all on Joel Embiid. And the big men, folks, they're big men. They get fatigued. They get tired a little bit more. That's why, big superstars rarely win in this league. Jokic just got swept. Who else do we got? Jokic just got swept. Joel Embiid is showing signs of fatigue. Rudy Gobert, once again, down in that series. So you can't rely on the big man to be your number 1 option. It does not work. It's proven that it does not work. When was the last time a big won a championship when they were the number 1 option? None come to my mind. Shaq had Kobe, even though Shaq was fantastic. Anthony Davis, he's kind of a 4. Do we count him as a 5? Not really. And he had LeBron James for his championship. When it was just Anthony Davis on that Pelicans team, bupkis, nothing. So I'm going to take the Hawks here. Closeout game. Quavo, he's going to be there courtside. He was there with the 76ers on the road. Fantastic. So I'm taking the Hawks +3 out here. Ice Trae gang closes out this series on the road. Joel Embiid, folks, fatigue is coming. Fatigue is going to come at some point in this game. Game 4, it was the entire second half. Game 5, it was the final 10 seconds. We'll see where it comes in Game 6, but I believe whatever Clint Capella says, I'm a big fan of Clint Capella. The man gets it done, folks. Gets it done. Winnable big in this league. Tier 1 big in this league. I'm giving it up to Clint Capella. He'll be bodying and working on Joel Embiid all game. Come fourth quarter, we can count on this Hawks team to close it out. And for the 76ers, Tobias Harris, man, he's been consistent. We've been ranting and raving about this man the entire regular season, and he's just been coming up short in this series. So once again, can he get it done on the road? I don't know, man. I'm taking the Hawks in their elite shooting firepower. Hawks +3 tonight. They close out. All right, then we get the Clippers and the Jazz. Jazz -2.5, Clippers +2.5, Clippers at home. Let's see who's all in and out. Mike Conley, a game-time decision. You better get your butt in that game. Let's see if we get any Oh, perfect. An hour ago. Mike Conley is on track to play Friday, so we're just going to assume that he is playing in this game. Yes, he's a game-time decision, but this is a great news right here. On track to play. Expect that man out there, and that's going to be a huge lift for this Jazz team. Then for the Clippers, we know Kawhi Leonard is still out, but we liked what the offense did. We truly do. Marcus Morris still got it done. Reggie Jackson was playing out of his mind, and Paul George, we have not seen playoff P in the last 2 games, so it's potentially over. The pandemic P is over, folks. Paul George, he's starting to get his name back. No more playoff P, pandemic P. It's just P. Just P for Paul, baby. So, Clippers here at home getting +2.5. I mean, the defense at home, I think we can really, truly rely on it. In this Jazz team, it's just something about it. We can't rely on Bogdanović anymore. How unfortunate. Bojan Bogdanović, cannot rely on him. And we've been, once again, like Tobias Harris, we've been ranting and raving about how consistent and clutch and consistently great Bogdanović has been on this Jazz team. But once again, he's got a little ghost ghost mode in this series. How unfortunate. The 4 players that we've been ranting and raving about all throughout the regular season and in the first round of the playoffs, Tobias Harris, Joe Harris, Bogdan Bogdanovic, the Harrises, the Bogdanoviches, they've all been ghost mode here, folks. All of them, all 4 of them, ghost mode in the second round. Truly unfortunate. But the Clippers, they don't have a Bogdanovic. They don't got a Harris. They just got regular P, baby. Paul George. I'm going to rock with it. Clippers plus 2.5. Banged up Donovan Mitchell. Mike Conley, who hasn't played. Is he going to be in rhythm? Is he going to be in sync? Is he going to come off the bench? And Jordan Clarkson's going to be taking all of his shots. Mike Conley's going to be like, yo, I'm open. And Jordan Clarkson's like, nah, I've been here. Y'all, you haven't. I'm taking all these shots. Jordan Clarkson's going to put up 30 shots this game. He's going to do what Kevin Durant did last night. I'm taking the Clippers plus 2.5. Paul George closes out the game. He's like, you know what, Kawhi? Thank you for all you've done for me. Now it's time for me to get going, baby. And it's just me on the floor. And I love the way the offense looked game 5, folks. I love the way the Clippers offense looked on the floor with no Kawhi Leonard. I hate to say it. I don't like saying it, but I do. I did. I saw it. I liked it. I'm saying it. There it is. Clippers plus 2.5. So that's going to be our moneymaker for tonight's action. Hawks plus 3. Clippers plus 2.5. We got home teams in closeout situations, and we're not taking the points? What are you, nuts? Of course we're going to take those points. We will gobble up all those points. Absolutely. Hawks plus 3, Clippers plus 2.5. Love it. Love it. Love it. We're throwing 500 on that, folks. 500 on the potential last doubleheader of the NBA. 500, what do we get? 500 is going to pay probably 1,500. Is that right? Is my math right? 1,843. Man, $1,800. Go win it. $500. Hawks, Clippers. There it is. Alrighty, let's head over to our judgment. It is judgment day for Aaron Rodgers out here, and we got another playoff game by Aaron Rodgers. So we're going every day looking at a playoff game. We just wrapped up a Super Bowl run. We just, yesterday on the show, we watched the Giants game where he kind of floundered a little bit. We still gave him 80 out of 100 credit points for that playoff win or playoff loss. So not 100% his fault, but still some mistakes he made in the game that ended up getting them the loss. But today, we're back at the 2012 season, folks, against the Minnesota Vikings in the divisional round. There was no playoff, this was the wild card. This is the wild card. How unfortunate. 11-5 Green Bay Packers have to go on to play the Vikings. Unfortunate. But is it unfortunate, though? Is it? Because guess who the mother-loving quarterback was? Once again, can we say bailout? Can we say bailout of Aaron Rodgers having to go against Jay Cutler and Caleb Haney in his Super Bowl run? Having to go against, are y'all ready, Joe Webb? Joe Webb. Do y'all need a reminder of what Joe Webb is? Because he's got 4 career starts in his career. 4 career starts in his career. In the year that we're talking about, 2012, he didn't even start a game until the playoffs. So spare us, folks. Aaron Rodgers, once again, bailout king. He'll beat the garbage opposing quarterbacks any day of the week. Of course he will. But when he has to go against Tom Brady, when he has to go against, I don't even know, who do they got next up that they lose against? They face the 49ers. Who was the 49ers quarterback in this game? Let's get this up. Who was the 49ers quarterback here? Who did he lose against? Colin Kaepernick? Whoa. That's going to be interesting to talk about tomorrow. Jeez. Alrighty. So, once again, Aaron Rodgers getting bailed out by garbage quarterback play. So, let's talk about these stats, and then we'll watch some film and decide how many credit points Aaron Rodgers deserves out of 100 for this playoff win. He wants to keep opening his mouth, dissing his team. We are going to critique, analyze very, very down to the detail of how much credit Aaron Rodgers truly deserves for these playoff performances, because he always comes up just short. Little coincidental. What's the common denominator factor? It's Aaron Rodgers in all these Packers games. They've had new coaches, new players, this and that. But Aaron Rodgers is the same old quarterback for the last decade, folks, and they never got back to the Super Bowl. So common denominator, Aaron Rodgers. You want to diss your team and your coaches? We're gonna start dissing you a little bit. So Here we go. Let's talk about this 2012 wildcard game, Vikings-Packers. Here we go. All right, well, first of all, he goes against Joe Webb. Like we said, Joe Webb, Christian Ponder was the quarterback for the Vikings. He ended up getting injured, and Joe Webb has to step up. And what did he do? 11 of 30. 11 of 30, that's like 35% completion percentage. Absolutely abysmal. 180 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Adrian Peterson was on this team as well. He rushed for 99 yards. Fantastic. Can always count on him. Joe Webb fumbled. Marcus Sherrell's fumbled, so they had 3 turnovers. Joe Webb with 2 of them. Once again, classic. And once again, is that the only time Aaron Rodgers scores on those turnovers? We'll see when we get to it. Now let's see what Aaron Rodgers did. 23 of 33. Okay, 274 yards passing, 1 touchdown, no picks. Alrighty there. James Stark's not playing in this game. They're rocking with Dujuan Harris. He ran for 47 yards and a touchdown. Anybody fumble here? No. Alrighty. So no turnovers here for the Packers. Fantastic. They played clean football. But let's see what we get here. So, all right, let's go through these drive summaries, and then we'll watch some film depending on what these drives are looking like. So, Vikings go down, and on their first drive, they score a field goal. All righty. We're not going to watch this, but let's see how they got there. We got a 4-yard run, 3-yard run, 17-yard run. Joe Webb running. Oh, my God, catching them by off guard. We got an 8-yard run, 7-yard run. Adrian Peterson just getting the bulk of the load here. Of course he would. I'm not believing in Joe Webb. We get a 7-yard run, 11-yard run, 5-yard run. We get a pass incomplete, and then they have to settle for a field goal. So Adrian Peterson just putting his team on his back here for the first drive. And they settle for a field goal. Now what happens on the Packers' first drive? We get a 7-yard pass, 2-yard run, and then a pass incomplete. 3rd and 1, Aaron Rodgers pass incomplete to start off the game. Not great. So we'll start with that. We'll start with that one. He did have a 7-yard pass in the start of his first drive, so we can look at this as well. Let's just watch this first drive. It's only a 3 and out. So here we go. First play. Oh, it's a dink. It's a wide receiver screen dink. Not even him. Not even him. Randall Cobb doing all the work there. Alrighty. So it picks up 7 yards. Then they're going to go with the run play here. Picks up about 2 yards. It brings up 3rd and 1. Now we got Aaron Rodgers out here. Let's see. How does he flounder here? Here we go. 3rd and 1. Shotgun. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. And man, oh man, once again, these pass catchers for the Packers, I would be going manic as well if I was Aaron Rodgers. Jeez. I wouldn't be, dissing my coaches and, holding out in the season, but I would, in my mind, I'd be like, y'all are some bums out here. Gosh dang. Aaron Rodgers isn't flawless either, folks, but some of these drops, geez. Just a little dink over the middle of the field to the running back should have been complete for the first down. All right, so not Aaron Rodgers' fault on that first down. Not pickup. All right, so the Vikings go 4 and out, and then the Packers go down and score a touchdown. So fantastic. They get off to a little bit of a slow start, but they're right back at it on their second drive. So let's watch the Packers' second drive here and see how much Aaron Rodgers has to do with it. So first down here, they go with the run play, picks up 4 yards officially. Aaron Rodgers, a toss to the running back. He picks up about 4 yards. We get 3rd and 2 now. Let's see if Aaron Rodgers picks this up. No, they go run play. And does he get it? There's a flag. Is he going to get bailed out on another first down here? Yep. Offsides by the defense. Bailout first down. That would have been a 3 and out, folks. A little bailout there. We got 1 bailout. All right, now first down. Aaron Rodgers. Oh, my God. Escaping the pressure. Falling forward for 1 yard. Holding on to the ball forever out there. Jeez. Picks up about 1. Is that Jared Allen? Oof. I love watching these old games, man. We're back in 2012. I mean, we got Adrian Peterson in his prime. We got Jared Allen off the line here for the Vikings. I love it. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8 now. Once again, screen pass. Screen pass that goes. Oh, it goes. 15 yards, 15, 20 yards there. Screen pass, that's not Aaron Rodgers, folks. Now they're at midfield. Aaron Rodgers has done nothing this game. They go right back to the run game. Gets really nothing. 2nd and 9, right at midfield here. Rodgers dropping back, throws it over the middle. Great throw there, wide open. Not wide open, but decent open, and it goes for the first. Yes, it does. All right. And now they're going up-tempo offense now at the 40-yard line of the Vikings, and they go run play, and it goes for about a yard. 2 yards officially. 2nd and 8. Aaron Rodgers dropping back to pass, pump fake, and then just check down over the middle of the field to the running back for about 10, 13 yards. Once again, another up-tempo, keeping this Vikings defense on their toes. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Aaron Rodgers under center. Another toss to the running back on the left side, and it goes for nothing. Almost broke it, but it ends up getting nothing. 2nd and 11 now. Aaron Rodgers dropping back to pass. Once again, another screen here. Running back screen, and it goes. It goes for about 15 yards inside the 10. So this is truly nothing on Aaron Rodgers' part here. All dink and dunk, screen passes, throwing to your safety net, check down. Here we go. 1st and goal from the 10. They throw it to the running back, and he brings it all the way down to the touchdown. They give it to him? What do they signal? Down at the 1 or touchdown? They're conferring. And they say, oh, down at the 1. Ooh, that's real close. What do? End of the first quarter. And they challenge it. And it's a touchdown. So, once again, Aaron Rodgers, really no credit on that touchdown drive. All setup screens, run plays, dinking to your running back. That's not Aaron Rodgers going deep. He had one throw, I think, on that drive to a wide receiver. That was just a nice little, it was good. It was like a 9-yard pass over the middle of the field. Nothing great, nothing big. So really no credit on touchdown drive number 1. And I know it's, we're not all, I'm not expecting all flashy plays. I get it, folks. But, for Aaron Rodgers to have this big old ego, what are we talking about here? So, yeah, no real credit here for Aaron Rodgers on that first touchdown drive. But let's see what we get out here. The next drive for the Vikings, they go 5 and out. And then the next drive for the Packers, they go 5 and out as well. What do we got? 8-yard run, 7-yard pass, minus 1-yard run, setting up 2nd and 11, an 8-yard sack, and then a 13-yard pass that goes short of the first down. Let's see this 3rd and 19 play. I know you're not expected to pick it up, but was it just kind of a screen pass? Most likely that's what it was, but let's kind of see how it looked. I don't think we could watch coach's film here. It was just a strike over the middle of the field. But once again, short. He threw about 10 yards short of the first down, and then the receiver ended up being about 5 yards short anyway. So a little bit of a bad drive there. They got the sack. Once again, Aaron Rodgers taking a lot of sacks here in these playoff games in key downs, key situations. We saw it on the 4th and 5 against that Giants team coming out of the second half and just kind of beefing up that drive, unfortunately. Alrighty, so they go 5 and out. Then the Vikings go 3 and out because once again they got Joe Webb as quarterback, and now we get a field goal drive here by the Packers. Why did that drive stall? Could Aaron Rodgers not get it done? Was it somebody else? So let's go to this field goal drive here and see what happened here. Why did it stall? Is it because Aaron Rodgers was not good? Let's see. So they start on their own about 25-yard line, solid field, starting field position there. They run the ball for 4 yards on the first down. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers from his 30, 2nd and 6, play action pass. And once again, just the check down to the tight end. That's it. And it goes for the first, but it's like a 1-yard air yards, nothing great. Not even one. He literally caught it at the 30. That's where they snapped the ball. All right, 1st and 10 now after picking up the first down. Aaron Rodgers escaping pressure in the pocket. This is a great ball right there. It's wide open, but he's navigating the pocket, throwing kind of off balance. We'll give him credit for that pass. This was a good one. This is a good pass here by Aaron Rodgers. Great find. Eyes down the field. Fantastic. Pressure in his face. No worries. All right, now over midfield at the 40-yard line. Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun. 1st and 10. They hand off the ball. Picks up about 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Aaron Rodgers. Little, 2-yard dink. It's just a shallow out route. Nothing big. 3 yards officially. 3rd and 5 we get now. Let's see. Can Aaron Rodgers pick this one up, or is this why the drive stalls? Let's see. He clears out the backfield. Empty backfield for Aaron Rodgers on 3rd and 5 at the opponent's 35-yard line. Dropping back to pass. Going deep. And whoa. Miss. Who messed up the communication? We'll never know, unfortunately. Aaron Rodgers seems like it's on Jordy Nelson over there. Jordy Nelson. I don't know. He's not taking blame for it. He's not. Maybe. I don't know. He touched his chest, but it wasn't really a touch. I don't know. Can't really decipher whose fault it was, but either way, not on the same page, and he just throws it incomplete. Potential pick, too. Potential. Seems like they're going to keep their offense out on the field. They're going for it here on 4th and 5. Let's see how they pick this up. Aaron Rodgers loves to have it on 4th and 5. That's why he called out Matt LaFleur. And he throws it a yard short of the 1st down. And a big pickup here by Greg Jennings, getting it all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Here it is, just kind of a comeback route on the left side of the sideline, left side of the field. Aaron Rodgers throws it beautifully, and Greg Jennings destroying the cornerback on him right there. Bad tackle there by the cornerback. And he's able to take it all the way down to the 5-yard line. Fantastic there. All right, but once again, I mean, they settle for a field goal on this drive, but they're at the 2. Once again, folks, we just saw that by Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship game, not getting it done, in goal-to-go situations, and then he wants to kind of clown his team. Clown his coaches. How about you? You stutter. Not between the 20s. From 20 to 20, that's when you're great, but when you're in the red zone, when you're inside the 10, when you're inside the 5, you're not that automatic, my man. So let's watch these throws here. We get 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Let's see Aaron Rodgers flounder here. Here we go. They hand off the ball. It goes nowhere. Maybe a half a yard pickup. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Aaron Rodgers. Man, is that Ryan Finley over there? That's right on the money. Man, oh, man. Let's see Aaron Rodgers here in slow motion. Let's watch it again. See how great this pass was. Play action pass. And, man, right in his hands, just not able to come down with it. Absolutely beautifully thrown ball by Aaron Rodgers. Man. All right, now we get, here we go, 3rd down. Aaron Rodgers under center. There is nobody wide. They'd probably run it here, and they go fullback dive, and they got sniffed out instantly, and it's down right there. So unfortunate there. Not really Aaron Rodgers' fault, so we'll give Aaron Rodgers some credit there. It was a great throw. They only threw the ball once, and it was fantastic. So we'll give Aaron Rodgers credit on the field goal drive. Great job to get inside the 5-yard line, and they only had him pass it once. Alrighty, so now it's 10-3. Vikings, once again, they go 3 and out. Negative 1 yard net on that 3 and out drive for the Vikings. Absolutely unfortunate. All right, but now we get the Packers. They go down before halftime and score a touchdown. That's what we're talking about, baby. So let's watch this drive here by the Packers. Let's see if Aaron Rodgers deserves credit. Here we go. They officially start with 1 minute and 48 seconds left in the first half, starting on their own 35-yard line. Aaron Rodgers on 1st down, going pretty deep there to Jordy Nelson, who secures the pass finally, and they're on the 40-yard line of the Vikings. A great play there. They still got 3 timeouts, 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the clock. Aaron Rodgers on 1st and 10, slinging it for 10. Fantastic 13-yard pickup in total. No pressure here. Aaron Rodgers. Here we go. Next play. Rolling out to the right. Yes! Jordy Jordy Nelson, Aaron Rodgers, that connection has always been fantastic. Aaron Rodgers rolling out to the right, throwing on the run, and it's Jordy Nelson right on the sideline. Absolutely magnificent throw and catch right there. Easy peasy. Now we're back. Aaron Rodgers inside the 5 here from the 3. Let's see what he does here. Aaron Rodgers wants to take off, decides not to, and then throws it nowhere near anybody. Unfortunate. Try to squeeze it in there, and Jordy Nelson overran it a little bit. All right, here we go. 2nd and goal from the 3. Aaron Rodgers, you know he went to Mike McCarthy and was like, I'm throwing the ball every single down. Don't you dare call a running play here. Oh, they went with the run, and it goes in. Damn, okay. They actually got the run that time. All right. But either way, Aaron Rodgers, great on that drive, quick. I mean, they only took like a minute off the clock there. Absolutely fantastic. Aaron Rodgers on the money. They went 5 plays, 62 yards, a minute and 10 seconds, folks. Absolutely fantastic there by, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's one of the best facilitators of the football on the field. Alrighty, here we go. Coming out of halftime, the Packers get the ball and they go down and score a touchdown. So this is where their last points from the game are going to come. 24-3 now with, what did they finish this drive off at? 9 minutes. They eat up like 6 minutes of this clock. Gosh darn. But this is the last time they score the ball. So, once again, not the greatest. Obviously, they didn't need to score because you're going against Joe Webb, who only put up 10 points for the entire game. But let's watch this drive out of halftime here. They start on their 20. Run for about 4 yards. They run it again on 2nd and 6, getting it down to 3rd and 2 now. Let's see here. Aaron Rodgers on 3rd and 2. Let's see what he does. Drops back to pass. Wow. Woof. Man, the way that this man fires the ball and fits the ball in these tight-ass windows, folks. Over the middle. I don't even know how he got this off. We got it in slow motion here. Oh, my God. It's fantastic. Jeez. That's such a tight throw, folks. Over the middle, quick like that. Heavy traffic over the middle as well. And they pick up the first down. 1st and 10 now. They go play action. Aaron Rodgers. He's going to go down with a sack. Felt the pressure behind him, and he goes down. 2nd and 14. Here we go. Steps up in the pocket, and he's going to take off with it and slides. 3rd and 4 now. Here we go. 3rd and 4. Aaron Rodgers wants to go deep, and it's about 15 yards over the middle. Wide open once again. Picks up the first again. All right, now they're across midfield now at the 40. A setup running back screen. Picks up about 5. They go running play here. 2nd and 6 from the 35-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers just dumps it off to the running back over the middle of the field like he's been doing this entire game. Here we go. Now inside the 20. Let's see what Aaron Rodgers does now in the red zone. They go run play. This Vikings team can't stop anything, folks. Big old holes in this Vikings defense. Swiss cheese defense out here. 2nd and 4 from the 15. Aaron Rodgers empties out the backfield and takes a timeout. Anticlimactic. All right, let's keep going here. Back to the play. Under center now. 2nd and 4. Run the ball. No, play action. It fooled me. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers. And throws it out of bounds. Nothing there. All right, we get 3rd and 4. Big old play here by Aaron Rodgers. Keep up the pressure on this Vikings team. Keep up the scoring. And we get 3rd and 4 from the 15-yard line. And that's a bat down. 4th and 4. Oh, my God. 4th and 4. What happens here? Wow. Wow. Bailed out again. The defense had 12 men on the field for a field goal attempt. Are we serious? Bail out there? They were going to settle for 3? And now they get a free first down because of 12 men on the field for a field goal try? Wow. Bailout number 2 of the game. First down. 12 men. Field goal attempt. Absolutely wild. So now we get Aaron Rodgers back on the field with a fresh set of downs at the 10-yard line. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers. Set up screen again. And it goes in for the touchdown. So, I mean, folks, does Aaron Rodgers deserve to have this big head? Because he didn't score for the rest of the game. So here we go. Let's the Vikings, they fumble on their next drive. Aaron Rodgers can't take advantage of the great field position starting on their own 45-yard line. -8-yard run, 3-yard run, pass incomplete. They punt, 3 and out. They get a pick. Once again, Green Bay can't do anything with it. They start at their own 8-yard line, unfortunately, with that pick. But once again, 3 and out. We get a 2-yard run, 4-yard run, pass incomplete. What else do we get here? They get the ball back again. They muff the punt. And once again, a 3 and out, rush for no gain, 1-yard run, pass incomplete. And they punt on the Minnesota zone 38-yard line. They go 3 and out again on their next drive. 2-yard pass incomplete, 6-yard pass coming up at 4th and 2 now. They have to punt. Turnover on downs by the Vikings. They go 3 and out again. 7-yard run, -5-yard run, 12-yard sack, 3 and out. The Vikings score a touchdown with 3 minutes left in the game, 4 minutes left in the game, and then the Packers, they run down the clock to 28 seconds. They punt the ball. But, folks, what are we doing in the second half? Once again, Aaron Rodgers in the second half can't get it done. We see this time and time again, folks. We're not saying Aaron Rodgers is bad. We're saying that he does not deserve to have this big head, this God complex that he has. So, really shut out in the second half. Multiple opportunities to take advantage of turnovers, a fumble, and you go 3 and out. Interception, and you go 3 and out. You go 3 and out. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3 and outs in the second half. If they were facing a competent quarterback, not Joe Webb, this is a potential loss here, folks. So I'm giving Aaron Rodgers 70 out of 100 credit points. 70 out of 100. He was looking good on those scoring drives, but once again, bailed out by going against Joe Webb. I don't want to hear it. So, once again, I cannot believe this man's ego, folks. I can't. Because you beat Joe Webb and Caleb Haney? Congrats. I can do that. Let me go one-on-one with Joe Webb. I can beat him, I'm sure. Alrighty, so tomorrow we'll look at the next leg of this playoff run where they lose to the 49ers and Colin Kaepernick in 2012. So we'll see how that plays out tomorrow on the show. We'll also, break down everything in the NBA and talk the stories of the day. But let's see, did we get any breaking news as we were live? Jason Kidd was discussed as a candidate for the Mavericks head coaching job. Okay. What else do we get here? What else do we get? Anything good? Any breaking news? Does not seem like it. Alrighty, folks, so that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening, watching, and we're back tomorrow doing it all over again. Hope you'll join us, and we'll see you tomorrow.